Hi, welcome to Heart Joy Crochet. My name is Jill and today we will be learning how to make a foundation chain, also called a starting chain. As the name suggests, the foundation chain is the foundation for your crochet project. It creates the base row onto which all other stitches are built. In today's video, you will learn how to make a slip knot, how to hold your crochet hook, how to hold your yarn, how to make a chain, and how to count the number of chains you have made. And finally, a tip to minimize stitch count mistakes as a beginner crocheter. Today you will need some yarn and a crochet hook. So let's go. So here is a foundation chain I have already made with 10 chains. You can see that the chains are fairly loose. This is so we can easily insert the hook when crocheting our first row. If they are too tight, it can be difficult to insert the hook into. If the foundation row is too tight, it can also make the edge look shorter and tighter than the rest of the project, which is something we want to avoid. So before we start the foundation chain, I wanted to show you the two different ways that you can hold your hook. The first way is called the knife grip. This is the way I hold the hook. So your hand goes over the hook with your thumb and index finger gripping the flat part of the handle. The rest of your fingers just wrap around it, just like you're holding a knife. The second way is called the pencil grip. With your thumb and index finger, pinch the hook and it rests against your middle finger. Your hand is more above and behind the hook. It's like you're holding a writing pencil. Comfort and ease matter most. There's no wrong way. Experiment with both holds to see which one works for you. So we'll start with a slip knot. Stick your pointer finger out. Place the yarn over your finger with the short end at the front. Hold it with your thumb. Grab the yarn at the back and wrap it around your finger. Then hold the two strands of yarn coming down between your thumb and your middle finger. Now grab the yarn at the back and pull it over the front loop. Then pull the yarn at the back over the front loop again and pull over the end of your finger and pull down. That's your slip knot. Now put it onto your crochet hook and pull the tail end of the yarn, but not too tight. If you're interested in other ways to make a slip knot, I have a video on that topic to which I will put the link in the description. Next is how to hold your yarn. This way is the way I naturally gravitated to when I first started crocheting. So what you do is you drape the yarn over your fingers like this, and then grab the yarn with your two bottom fingers like so. Then you bring the yarn back under your index finger. And this is how I hold the yarn. I know it may feel really awkward and unnatural, but you'll get used to it and eventually you'll do it without thinking about it. So now we'll do our first chain. So hold your hook in the dominant hand, hold your yarn in the other hand. And what we're going to do next is called yarning over. So hold the knot here at the base of the slip knot with your thumb and finger. Place the hook under the yarn and pull it through the loop like that. And that's your first chain. So we'll do it again. Place your hook under the yarn and pull it through the loop. It's your second chain. Yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn over, pull through the loop. Now some people like to hold the foundation chain like this. They hold it right down the end and just keep chaining. But I feel like I have more control holding the yarn nearer to the hook like this. So what I will do is I will yarn over, pull it through the loop, then I'll steady the hook with my finger and then just move my thumb and middle finger up to be holding the yarn right near the hook, and then I'll yarn over again, pull through, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over again, pull through, yarn over again, pull through. One more time, yarn over again, pull through. So you can see that my chains have a good amount of space to crochet into, so they're not going to be too tight, because when they're too tight, like I said before, it's going to be hard to crochet into and the edge is not going to look great. So what you got to do is just keep practicing your foundation chain and you will get better. You will get more even if you just keep practicing. So if your pattern says CH10, this means you need to make 10 chains. When you need to count your chains to make sure you have the correct amount, you count the V's to count the chain stitches. So on your hook, you have your loop, which is right there. You're not counting that. You don't have to worry about that. So underneath, right underneath the loop here is your first chain, and that's the one we're going to count. You can see the two strands of yarn either side are the V that makes the chain. So I'm just going to take the crochet hook off so I can show you how to count. So we've got the loop right there. So the first V, is right there, so that's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and then number 10. So that's how you count your chains, and you can see there that I had 10 chains, so I'm all good to go. So yeah, if you can learn to recognize the V's, you'll be able to count properly every time. One tip I can give you from the mistake I made over and over as a new crocheter is to make sure to always count your stitches. I had a lot of trouble recognizing stitches and therefore resisted counting them too much, as it was just too hard and I thought that it would all just work out. What I found out fairly quickly is that the person who created the pattern had a specific stitch count, which needed to be adhered to, or the crochet project wouldn't turn out the way that it was intended. So I had countless episodes of having to undo my work and start again, which, as you can imagine, was super frustrating. I'm not sure if I shed tears, but I'm sure I probably came pretty close. So make sure you have the correct amount of chains and your foundation will be solid. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you feel that these tutorials are something that you're interested in, I would be so honoured if you would subscribe to Heartjoy Crochet. Let me know in the comments how you went. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.